Well, hello and welcome to the WSF Women's World Team Championships 2022. It is quarterfinals day here in Cairo. After 4 days of group matches, we are down to the last 8. And coming up for you on this outdoor glass court, number 1 seeds Egypt taking on Scotland, and that will be followed at 7:30 by Canada, and they are taking on the number 2 seeds, the United States. So let's have a look at the full quarter-final draw. There you can see Egypt, Scotland at the top of the draw, and at the bottom, number 2 seeds, the US and Canada. The Hong Kong-Malaysia match and the England-France match, they'll be taking place simultaneously on the indoor glass court, so we'll try and keep you posted on those results as we go. And this is our order of play for the first match. First up, the number 1 string, Norton Gohar. She's taking on Georgia Adie. That will be followed by the number 3s, Hammamy and Catriona Allen. And then the number 2s, Norel Shabini. She's up against Alison Thompson. So there you can see Georgia Adie on the left for Scotland. She's currently sat at 55 in the world, just 21 years old, from Edinburgh. And this is her first appearance at the World Team Championships. She has represented Scotland previously at European level, but first time here at the World Teams. Had 2 good wins in the first group matches against Germany and Australia, but lost out yesterday 3-love to Amanda Sobhy in the last group match. And she is up against the world number 1 from Egypt, Norton Gohar, 25 years old. This is her 3rd World Team Championships, and she's got a pretty good record. She was part of the winning team in 2016 and 2018, so 100% record at these championships so far. Coached by Rodney Martin over in America, and she came through pretty comfortably in her last match yesterday on this court against Nicole Bunyan of Canada. Joining me for both of these quarterfinals is Simon Park. Evening, Parky.
Good evening, Vanessa.
It's a tall order for Scotland, and obviously they are not at full strength. Unfortunately, their number 1, Lisa Aitken, was forced to retire in the match against Australia a couple of days ago with a pretty bad knee injury.
Yeah, best wishes to Lisa in her recovery. Wouldn't wish that on anyone. It sounds like a bit of a nasty injury. You've got Paul Bell on the left-hand side, the Scottish coach. Alison Thompson there on the right-hand side, just having a bit of fun. Again, I think it's like a lot of the teams that have been up against this fantastic side that you see in front of you. They've just got to try and play with a smile on their face and enjoy the opportunity of playing the world number 1, world number 2, 3, yeah. 6. And just trying to learn as much as possible, really. And if I was in their position, just try and stay on court as long as possible and glean as much information as you can by being on court with a legend.
Norel Tayev in the centre there. She's been benched for this match, world number 6. Feeling the cold.
Yeah, Georgia Adie, she'll have a good go at this. She's a good character. When I was commentating last year at the Scottish Open, she joined in with some of that commentary. She's got a lot to say about squash. She's very passionate, and she'll relish every minute of this opportunity.
Yeah, she's an up-and-coming player. She's currently at her highest ranking, just outside the top 50. So making a push to get up the rankings. And as you said, fantastic opportunity to test herself against arguably the best player in the world. It's a close call between that Egyptian team, who was the best player in the world. Obviously, Gohar probably deserves the title as world #1. But Hammamy, who's actually the #3 string player, is probably the most in form of the three.
Yeah, it's pretty close between all of them, really, but particularly the top three. Obviously, Nour El-Tayeb still kind of
WSF Women's World
coming back.
Team Championships 2022. Quarter-final match. Nouran Gohar of Egypt to serve. Georgia Adie of Scotland to receive. Best of 5 games. Lovell.
Well, Gohar was very impressive in that match yesterday against a pretty decent opponent in Nicole Bunyan, and made very, very short work of that. She was on an absolute mission, charging to the service box in between rallies.
Yeah, she was impressive, but also ruthless, Terminator. That's why she's got that nickname. And she's got a feeling she's going to try and do the same today, but there's been a couple of times already where there's been some good pickups from Adie. She's done well to stay in this first rally.
One love.
Well, first matches as well for these Scottish girls on this class court, which, as we've mentioned quite a few times, isn't the easiest court in the world.
2 love.
Temperature tends to drop a bit for that second match. And as we also noticed yesterday, Gohar, with the amount of pace she puts on the ball, actually makes this court look relatively orthodox.
2.
Well, it's still 20 degrees here in Cairo at present, but it is going to get down to around 17 when the second match will be on from 7:30 this evening.
1-2. Are you asking for a review? Play review.
Well, it's an early review
Yes-led
by
decision.
Adie. I'm not sure Gohar clears quite in time there.
Yeah, and it certainly wasn't an exaggerated swing in any shape or form from Adie.
Gets a nod from her team, I think. Yeah, she's in the backswing.
Yeah, I think that's correct. That should be a stroke here for Scotland. Loose shot from the world #1. I think she was trying to improvise there, wasn't she, Gohar? And it just went a little bit wrong, clipped the side wall.
2-all. Down. 3-2.
Scotland take the lead, Vanessa.
Not many players that can say that so far in this championships.
She saw Adie briefly this afternoon with coach Paul Bell, and they both took a dip in the hotel pool, which I declined to do. It was very, very cold.
Hand out.
Ice bath.
Not quite Scottish sort of temperatures, but pretty cold. Probably jumped in a few locks before Georgia Adie.
4-3.
Well, was knocked, significantly knocked off balance there on her way. Couldn't control the shot.
some heavy hitting as expected from Gohar.
6-3.
She's doing okay though, Adie, here. She's not getting blown away.
Well, again, Adie under so much pressure in that rally, doing well to survive
7-3.
for a while, but constantly on the back foot. That's lovely. Nice bit of deception there from Adie.
Hand out. 4-7.
Oh, just a bit of a slip there.
Well, we've just had an update in the Hong Kong-Malaysia quarter-final. Asman just took game 1 against Chan. Just starting game 2 now. That's going to be a close match, that, Vanessa. Both of those 2 at the quarter-finals going to be pretty close. England-France also playing later on.
Stroke to Scotland. Ball went to the front wall.
Well, he's not happy with that, Gohar. Not sure where it struck her. If it was maybe
the racket.
Was it the racket? But I think, fortunately, that's the right decision. It's quick from Adie. And again, that's good. It's well straightened. Oh, she'll take it.
So it good.
Not the cleanest of hits, but
6-8.
take what you can get against Norton Gohar. Yeah, good boast. She's taken a little bit of pace off it the last 2 times. She was hitting them
9-6.
a little bit too hard earlier on in this game. Ball just fading away into the corner.
Well, Gohar hitting it hard.
Yeah. Not quite as effective sometimes on the boast. And the pressure just coming from the hitting. 4 game balls for Egypt.
Yeah, she's done well here, Adie, but she's just got to be careful not to clip the sidewalls and give Gohar that hitting space. Like there. Yeah, did well, though, to recover.
Yeah, that one loose shot, and then she's on the back foot. Well, she's just gesturing to the referee.
Egypt leads 1 game to 0.
I think there might be a slight blood injury. 8-minute first game, Gohar takes it 11-6, Egypt leading by 1 game to love.
Well, a few people have tried against Gohar this week and haven't done quite as well as this. It's a pretty impressive effort from the youngster, Georgia Adlie, from Scotland in this first game. Had some quite good rallies, some long rallies against the world #1. Managed to get quite a few of Gohar's best shots back and produce some winners of her own. Actually, I think Paul Bell will be quite happy with this performance in this first match. Well, that is not Lisa Aitken bandaging Georgia Adlie's finger, but she has Aitken on her back. She's the Scottish physio. And there's Paul Bell, He's having to bend over quite considerably as he's 7'6".
Just a little nick to the finger, it looks like.
Was that on the playing hand?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite difficult, isn't it, when
Right
you're
hand, yeah.
plaster? I don't know if you've had that before.
Yeah.
But it really does affect
it does,
the
yeah.
grip. Signing a few autographs there.
Yeah, she did really well there.
You seen much of Adie before, Vanessa?
No, not really. A couple of times. Don't think I've commentated on her before.
Yeah, she's pretty gutsy. She had a good junior career as well. Popular player.
Egypt leads 1-2 Can we stop the music, please? Thank you. Lovell.
So Egypt with a 1-love lead. Gohar kicks off the second game. And she was just defending a little bit too much, wasn't she? Which is going to happen against Gohar. But as you said, it's that attention to detail on what are usually quite basic shots. But everything's exaggerated on this court and on glass courts. And that's just that difference in experience. If you clipped the side wall on a traditional court, it'll often still travel into the back. Whereas here, it either comes right out into the middle or it stops very short.
Yeah, it's very unforgiving, this glass court.
It's just sort of that extra bit of attention on those basics, making sure that you're hitting front wall first, getting the racket head speed through.
Gohar will be looking to improve here, though, won't she? That's the danger. She'll be hitting better targets as this match wears on. That's good from Adie, though. Good depth and width there on the cross court.
Yeah, it's important not to allow Gohar to sort of dictate that one-paced game and just force her to stop and start, try and mix the pace, throw in the slower ball and break that rhythm, which is a lot more difficult to do than it sounds.
Easier said than done, yeah. The volleying there from Gohar was very impressive.
That's nice.
Well played.
Another winner on the backhand side.
She had an opportunity earlier on in that rally to hit it straight and long, and I think she may have played a winner if it had been a good drive. It's just that awareness, really, that she needs to work on. Shot selection.
Down. Head down. 4-2.
Just overthought that one, I think. Got herself into a good position. Just got to keep it simple.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often with Gohar that you get a sitter like that.
No. I think that's what happens. Players tend to panic a little bit when they're on court with Gohar, especially if they haven't played her before. Oh, it's a lovely shot. Well played. Came down on that shot nicely.
3-5.
Good early preparation. It clipped, top of the tin.
Four, 5.
What timing that was. I mean, it
6,
flew onto the
4.
strings a little bit of Gohar, but she absolutely caned that one perfectly.
Oh.
7, 4.
What can you do?
Not a lot. That's good from Adie.
Yeah, very good. That slower pace ball, really effective.
And also, it was just that change of direction, wasn't it? Bit of wrist. She's playing well in this rally. Just got to try and keep her form somehow, Adie, while she's under pressure. By that I mean her physical form, her balance. That's a great shot. And this is the difference, isn't it, between good players and really great players. The great players take their opportunities as soon as they get them.
Stroke to Egypt. 9, 4.
Well, again, it was a good start by Adie. She was right in the mix early on, but Gohar really pulling away.
Bravo.
And just a little bit of a feed, that one, which
10-4.
Noran Gohar took
Game ball.
happily. She now has 6 game balls to take a 2-love lead.
Yeah, lovely long-range drop on the backhand to close out that second game.
Egypt leads 2 games to love.
Slightly shorter. Gohar takes it 11-4 and leads 2 games to love.
Yeah, the Terminator just carry on business as usual in this second game. Still a good performance from Georgia Adlie, sticking in well, and she looks like she's learning as she goes and enjoying the experience and taking it all in, which she should. It's a great opportunity, but it's just great to watch the Terminator at work. Such a professional, so focused. Whoever she's on court with, she just gets on with the job. 2-love Egypt.
I will resume in 60 seconds. I will resume in 30 seconds. Egypt leads 2 games to love. Level.
So Gohar leading 2 games to love. this first match of this quarter-final. Adie's given a pretty good account of herself so far, but it's a pace that she won't be accustomed to.
No, absolutely not. I mean, that is really, really tidy, Vanessa.
1-love.
Well, there's the pace, but it's the combination, isn't it, of the accuracy.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got it all, hasn't she, Gohar? Where do you think she can improve? Just talking a little bit more broadly in terms of her career and PSA.
Well, I think she did improve from, I mean, she's always played this fast-paced game, but she did start to bring in a little bit more variation. You know, when she was already sort of at the top, certainly in the top 10, but
2-1.
beating top players, but players sort of started to work her out a little bit.
Yeah, the pace, and it was a bit one-paced, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And she's changed that a little bit.
Started using a few more angles, throwing the ball up under pressure. Just becoming even more rounded as a player. And then, you know, physically, she's just got better and better over the last few years.
Hand out, 2-all. Out. 3-2.
Anything sort of half court, those low curls are just going in perfectly, aren't they? On both wings.
Yeah, that's her bread and butter shot from that service box area, that low hard kill. Oh, lovely. Bit of pace off that one. That's the variation we were just talking about.
5-2.
Not overhitting it.
Well, Nour El-Shibini appreciated that one. It's the kind of shot that she's made a lot of money out of. Talk about variation. She's got it all. Nour El-Shibini, 6 times world champion.
Fantastic line
6-2.
hitting again. Yeah, it's becoming a little bit of a feeding session for Gohar now.
7-2.
Closing in.
Yeah, just like to see Adie hit through a bit more. I mean, she's not going to beat Gohar for pace, but at times, especially on this outdoor court, you just need to get through the ball a bit more, be really positive, almost perhaps overhit the ball to get the ball into the back glass. See on that, I mean, she mishit that one, but the previous cross court, she didn't really hit through, and it was half court. See, that's slightly overhit, but she still got to the back of the court. And again there, just slightly over the service line. This is a good rally from Adie. She's sticking in well here.
Oh,
Did she get that?
I think she did.
She's being very stingy here, Gohar. As you'd expect. Oh, she's
clipped her. That will be a stroke, I think.
It's a shame, because it was a good rally. There was a lot of good work being done by Adie there.
Match ball.
So 8 match balls for Egypt.
Good shot.
Hello.
Very good shot from the back of the court. A bit of variation.
Match ball.
It's quite a hard one to execute that from the back left. Oh, beautiful touch.
Yeah, too good.
11-3. Match to Egypt.
World
3
number
games to
one
love.
closes out
11-6,
his first
11-4,
match against
11-3.
Scotland. Very clinical performance. 25 minutes, Gohar winning 3 games to love, 11-6, 11-4, 11-3.
Well, there's a lot to be proud of there for Georgia Adlie of Scotland. I thought she put in a good performance, the youngster, against the best player currently in the world. She was trying a lot of things, just perhaps, if I'm nitpicking, just losing a little bit of length at times, but it's very difficult when you're up against the Terminator, who's in ruthless form and wins 3 games to love.
So Gohar through in 3, and next up it will be the number 3 string match, Hanya El Hammamy taking on Catriona Allen. Egypt leading 1-love in this quarter-final tie against Scotland. Number 3 string match up next, and it is the very informed Hanya El Hammamy taking on Catriona Allen of Scotland. So Allen there on the left of your screen, currently sat at 131 in the world. Has been a bit higher than that previously. 107 is our highest ranking. That was in 2020. 25 years old, based in Edinburgh. Playing in her first ever World Team Championships. And this is only her second match at this event. Lost out to Olivia Klein of the US in her first outing. That was yesterday's match. Obviously, she is the number 4 listed in the team, but due to the injury sustained by Lisa Aitken, she'd be unexpectedly put in against this very strong Egyptian team. An opportunity I'm sure she's relishing. Up against Hanya El Hammamy, current world number 3, former world number 2, just 22 years old, already achieved a huge amount in the game. This is her first World Team Championships, yet to drop a game, as are the rest of the team. Winner this season already of the Egyptian Open and the Hong Kong Open. The last event played, that was a huge win, taking out 2 of her teammates in the process. She didn't play yesterday's match. We watched her play a training match instead on the indoor courts. Quite a tough training match to get herself prepped for this quarter-final.
Thank you.
So, Parky, as we've said on quite a few occasions, it's a tough task ahead for the lower-ranked player here, but hopefully one she's looking forward to and will make the most of.
Absolutely. It's all a learning experience playing against these players, these great players in those off-white tracksuits.
Play will start in 30 seconds.
Angie Correa, a team coach. She was in the original Egyptian team that won for the first time. That was 2008 in Cairo. It was the first time it was staged here.
Play will start.
That was a huge win. I remember it well.
I assume she was playing with the likes of Raneem Al-Khalili and...
I think Raneem was in there on there.
Yeah, very good player.
Women's World Team Championships 2022.
The beginning of
quarter-final match.
the way things
Hanya
are
El
with
Hammamy
Egyptian
of
squash
Egypt
and world
to
squash.
serve. Catriona Allen of Scotland to receive. Best of 5 games. Lovell.
Yeah, it was actually a bit of an unexpected win that year. They weren't seeded to win, and it was a very tough loss for England, I remember.
Well, we just had confirmation that Azman has won the first match for Malaysia 3-1 against Hong Kong, China.
2 love.
So all to play for in that match.
Oh,
Wowzers.
3 love.
Thank you very much.
Left side, please.
it's making a ridiculous shot just look like an everyday thing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
really
like,
was.
Like I've just hit a drive.
Yeah. Yeah, very casual.
4 love.
Obviously, the hit yesterday has sharpened her up. She was playing against the number 3 junior, male junior in Egypt. He'll be, I can't remember his name actually, but he'll be featuring in Birmingham in the British Junior Open upcoming. He looked very strong. I think he actually managed to get the win, but there's a 5-setter and lots of
It was feisty.
looks behind myself and David Campion, and we were trying to look away. definitely didn't want to referee that match.
6 love.
I was helping her. I was making the calls. She
Right
needed
side.
it because he was going to take a few dodgy strokes if he got the chance.
Yeah, it's played in good spirits, but very, very competitive. Oh, what a... I mean, again, just like you said before, Vanessa, it's just so casual.
7 love.
She's finding these winners so easily. I know the ball's a bit down the middle of the court, but she's looking good here, Hammamy.
Well, this was always going to be tough for Alan, but unfortunately, Hammamy seems to be seeing that ball like an absolute football as well. Oh, dear me.
Not up.
It's ridiculous.
Even just that
8
bit
love.
of improvisation is working for her. Well, I think all the neutrals that are watching this would love to see
9
Alan get
love.
a point here. I mean, that's just breathtaking.
How many times have we been in this position where we've wondered whether the Egyptian team will go for the bagel? And she's
Well,
hit the
she's
tin.
lost it.
Hand out.
It's happened far too
1,
often.
9.
Yeah, just a little bit careless on that one for a change.
Well, the saving grace for Alan is that there's a lot of much higher ranked players that wouldn't be able to survive this kind of quality as well.
Hand out. 10, 1, game ball.
So, game ball, Hammamy, who bar that one tin has so far played a pretty perfect game of squash.
Down.
Missed another one, Vanessa.
Hand
Yeah,
out.
she's just got a little bit too much time
2,
there.
10, game ball.
Yeah, it's good width.
11,
Whipped it across
2,
court.
game
With lots
to
of pace
Egypt.
there, Hammamy.
Egypt leads 1 game to love.
Well, a stunning first game from El Hammamy, taking it in just 5 minutes, 11-2. Egypt ahead, 1 game to love.
Well, a whirlwind start for Hammamy. Just looking so sharp on this court. Alan just trying her best. She's hitting the ball as well as she can, and she's doing her best here. But look at that. I mean, absolutely pouncing onto every single opportunity there was on the court. Hammamy, it was looking like could possibly be a bagel, but luckily Alan got a couple of points.
I will resume in 60 seconds.
Special guest in the crowd, Renee Melwalili. Played quite a few of these championships in her
I will
time,
resume in 30
cheering on the
seconds.
team. Very much missed on tour.
Fifteen seconds.
I think definitely the smoothest female player of all time, Renee Melwalili.
Egypt
Just seemed to
leads
glide
1
around the
game
court,
to
didn't she?
love all. Down. 1 love.
Well, it's been very, very
2-love.
dominant so far. Hopefully Alan can get a few rallies going, try and get herself into this game.
Three love.
Yeah, she produces some good stuff here and there, Alan, but Hammamy always has an answer. But Egypt definitely doing the right thing in this tournament. They're giving every player and every
4
team
love.
the utmost respect and trying to play their very, very best squash. And unfortunately for the opposition, that is an extremely high level.
Yeah, I was thinking that in the game break, actually, with the camera on Hammamy, there was no sort of laughing or relaxing. She looked deadly serious. She looked almost the same as you would expect if this was
5 love.
against the #2 in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great. I mean, that's what they have to do, and that's why they're at this level, because they're so focused. The attention to detail is there. Everything, there's nothing left to chance here. And they're going to have to take their A game into the semis and the final, because it's going to get quite a bit tougher.
Yeah, well, it's going to be quite a sudden bridging of levels, isn't it? They've gone
Sure.
from pretty much cruising through their group matches, and so far this quarterfinal as well, into some potentially tough matches, which they have to be ready for.
6 love. Right box, please.
Well, we've seen the big billboards as we've in the bus as we've been going from the venue to the hotel. So there's a huge amount of attention on this team this week, obviously playing on home soil, and you know, with such a, on paper, ridiculously strong team. So a big spotlight on all of the players.
1
Absolutely,
set.
and losing's not an option this week, is it? With that kind of team, when you've got 1, 2, 3, and 6 in the world on home soil, it's not an option for Egypt.
Thank you. 2-6.
That's good reaction there from Alan.
Out.
Just clipping the line on the front wall.
Hand out. 7-2. Eight, 2. Nine, 2.
Well, Hammamy again running away with this second game. Nice little bounce in the back right for Alan.
3-9.
So that forehand volley drop, giving Hammamy 7 game balls.
Game ball.
She's just hardly missing, is she? The focus is totally there for Hammamy. It's very impressive against a decent player in Alan, but she's missed that one.
Egypt.
Bit of an unforced error.
Leads 2 games to love.
The 6-minute second game, Hammamy takes it 11-3. Egypt in the lead by 2 games to love.
It's just a continuation, really, of the good form from Hammamy in the first game. She's just carried on with her target practice, made life very, very difficult for her Scottish opponent. Katrina Allen, who's doing her very, very best. The level difference is quite significant, but I think, like Adelaide, she's learning a lot from this experience.
Play will resume in 60 seconds. Play will resume in 30 seconds. Egypt leads 2 games to love. Level.
Well, Egypt just 1 game away now from securing this quarter-final tie against Scotland.
Video.
Didn't look clean, that I think she got it first bounce, Hammamy, but just
badly,
like a bit of a carry to me.
Level.
Well, Malaysia still have the advantage against Hong Kong in that other quarter-final. They're 1 love up in the second tie. Chan Yuan 1 love up against Si Wing Tong. And of course, Asman secured the first match against Chan Sin Yuk.
Not up.
Nice little boast there from Allen.
1-1.
And the winner of that match will have the pleasure of coming up against Egypt, probably, most likely tomorrow. Oh. You could see the positive body movement there just before she even went for that volley. She knew what she was going to do. It's very aggressive play. Yeah, it's a good squeeze. It's not always slotting the ball in the nick or playing low hard curls. Sometimes just running it in nice and tight works. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant
the shot
timing.
in from Allen was not on target, but that finish,
That
very
certainly
classy.
was.
Down. 6-1.
Very much on target today, Aniarel Hammamy.
Not up. Hand out. 2-6. down.
Slightly unlucky that one. She played it
Hand
well.
out.
Technically good there, Alan.
7-2. Eight, 2.
Well, Hammamy,
9-2,
went to
right
practice
box,
match
please.
yesterday. Did her a lot of good. She's looking extremely sharp. Huge lead now in this third game. 2 points away from securing victory for her team.
Well, should she do that, both teams have the option of potentially playing what would be a dead rubber. They don't have to play. They can just shake hands and move on.
8 match balls for
Match
Hammamy.
ball. Left box, please.
There it is.
11-2. Match to Egypt.
Well, brilliant performance by Hammamy.
Egypt, 3-love.
Alan battled away.
11-2, 11-3, 11-2.
Too good. 20 minutes, takes it 3-love. 11-2, 11-3, 11-2, securing victory for Egypt, putting them through to the semi-finals.
Yeah, just more of the same really from Hammamy. It was a valiant performance from Alan. She played some nice shots. That was a good example on that forehand side, the boast. But Hammamy just absolutely flying today, so focused, so on it really, and sharp. Just looked like she was not going to miss anything really, even running the ball in tight, as well as some delightful winners, moving incredibly well. Quite ominous really for the rest of the countries in this event.
Well, teams just determining whether or not they will play the dead rubber. Looks like they might do. Thompson taking her tracksuit top off.
I think she wants to get on with Sobhy, doesn't she?
Either way, it would be a best of 3.
Well, I can't blame her. No, it's a big opportunity, isn't it, to play against somebody like that.
Well, as you can see, they are going to play the dead rubber, which will be a best of 3. So Egypt through regardless with that 3-love win for Gohar, and again 3-love Danielle Hammamy against Catriona Allen. So feel free to watch this best of 3. Myself and Parky will be back with you at 7:30 for the next quarter-final on here between the USA and Canada. So join us then.
Half time. Time. Play will start in 30 seconds. Play will start in 15 seconds. WSF Women's World Team Championships 2022. Quarterfinal match. Alison Thompson, Scotland to serve. Noor El-Shabini of Egypt to receive. Best of 3 games. Level. Hand out, 1 love. Two love. Three love. Down. 4 love. Not up. Hand out, 1 4. Hand out, 5 1. Six, 1. Down. Hand out, 2 6. Three, 6. Hand up, 7 3. Down. 8 3. Hold up. 9-3. Ten, 3. Eleven, 3. Game to Egypt. Egypt leads 1-0. Time resuming 60 seconds. Egypt leads 1 game to love. Level. One love. To love. And out. 1, 2. Not up. 2-all. Hand out. 3, 2. Four, 2. Arab. 5-2. Six, two. Seven, two. Hand out. 3-7. Hand out. 8-3. Left side, please. 9-3. Ten, 3. Match ball. Eleven, 3. Match to Egypt. 2 games to love. 11-3, 11-3.
Well, welcome back to the Women's World Team Championships 2022 here in Cairo in Egypt. And we already have a result for you. Egypt coming through against Scotland there at the top of the draw, 2-love. And also Malaysia coming through against Hong Kong, China. Quite a bit of a closer affair there. And we have the final two matches, England and France, which is on the indoor glass court. And this one, which is Canada up against the number 2 seeds, United States, on this outdoor glass court. Well, the order of play today is 1-3-2. So as you can see, the number 1's knocking out Holly Norton up against Amanda Sobhy. That will be followed by the number 3 strings, Nikki Todd, up against Amanda's sister, Sabrina. And then the final match, the number 2's, hopefully it won't be a dead rubber. That's between Nicole Bunyan and Olivia Fichter. Well, Holly Norton of Canada, currently 17 in the world, but she's been as high as 16, 28 years of age, born in Barnsley in Yorkshire. Actually based at Ponty, that's where she trains these days. She spent a lot of her growing up years in Canada after, I think, the age of around 10, 11. This is her 4th appearance in the Women's World Teams. Much improved player, Holly Norton, and there's her teammates. Samantha Corner on the right-hand side, Nicole Bunyan. And there's Vicky Lust, former England international there, on the left-hand side, coaching Canada these days, based in Canada. Well, Holly Norton of Canada is up against Amanda Sobhy of the USA in all white there. She is currently 5 in the world, but she's been up at number 3. That's her best. 29 years of age, born in Seacliff in New York, but resides currently in Philadelphia. And one of her best achievements is being a 3-time winner of the NetSuite Open over in San Francisco. This is her 5th appearance in the Women's World Team Championships. Very experienced campaigner, Amanda Sobhy. And a very strong USA team this year, number 2 seeds. Looking to mount a strong challenge this year. But this is going to be a tough match for Sobhy. Vanessa?
It is, yeah. It's a pity, really, that Canada don't have the number 2, Danielle Letourneau, still coming back from injury, because that would be a pretty good team with Bunyan on 3. Slightly weakened. They've brought some of their very experienced players to back up Holly and Nicole as the American team.
Yeah, there's the 2 Olivias. Fichter and Klein sat next to Ong Beng Hee, former world top 10 player from Malaysia, now the US coach. He's just keeping them nice and warm there.
Well, they've got a rivalry that goes back a long way. Canada and the US played each other quite a few times at World Team Championships.
Yeah, I think they've played 7 times before, and it's USA that are leading 4-3 at the moment in this Women's World Teams.
But on paper, USA certainly the stronger this year. But this should be a good match. Holly's never beaten Amanda before, but she's certainly capable of mounting a challenge.
Thank you.
Yeah, she certainly is. I mean, the head-to-heads don't read too well for Norton. They've played 6 times, and as you say, Sobhy's won every time. But Holly Norton has improved a lot recently and has really troubled some of the top players. Some good wins on the PSA World Tour.
Yeah, I think there's an element of her possibly being able to relax and really have a go at this time. It's going to be tough for the team to come through, you know, no matter what Norton is able to produce here, and that might just take a little bit of pressure off, you know, in comparison to playing in PSA events.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, Vanessa. She can just go out and just try to enjoy herself, express herself, give it 100%, which she always does, Holly Norton. Of course, runner-up in the Commonwealth Games individuals. Fantastic achievement for her. Losing out to Gina Kennedy in that one of England.
Quarter-final match. Holly Norton of Canada to serve. Amanda Sobhy of the United States to receive. Best of 5 games. Level.
Well, here we go. Canada versus USA in this Women's World Teams quarter-finals, and that is not a great start for Sobhy. There's a little look at her strings. Blame the racket, that's what I do, Vanessa.
It's a very sharp start for Norton. Straight in with the low kill.
Well, this is a fantastic start for Norton. Not the best for Sobhy. It's unusual for her.
Hand out 1-3.
So 1-3 now. Nice lift.
Hand out 4-1.
Well, you can straight away see the difference from that first match that we commentated on with Gohar. The temperature has dropped. Court looks a lot more severe.
Yeah, it was 20 degrees earlier on, Vanessa. Just dropped to 17 now here at the Madinati Sporting Club. Usually holds around this temperature, though, for a little while.
Battle of the big forehands on here.
Battle of the volleys, the left-handed volleys as well. They both love to take the ball early and put that pressure on their opponents.
3-4.
Well, good attacking start to this match. Short rallies, but good squash so far.
Forward. Out.
Well, Amanda Sobhy just
And
doesn't
now
seem to be
5-4.
focused at all in these first few exchanges. Really not at the races. That's a good hold.
Hand out 5-0.
Yeah, just a couple of uncharacteristic errors, but you know, she's got herself right back into it after that slightly disastrous start.
Down. Hand out 6-5.
Just looks a bit nervy, doesn't she, Sobhy? Definitely more edgy than her opponent today so far. And I think that could be to do with something that you alluded to earlier with the pressure being off Norton, but perhaps there's a little bit more pressure on Sobhy. USA being the #2 seeds, they're expected to win this match. As you say, Canada are without Letourneau.
Yeah, I do think the conditions like this, that is a ridiculous finish.
8-5.
That'll do. What a shot that was.
Brilliant. Yeah, I do think the conditions as they are now, where you start to get the shorter rallies and the very attacking rallies where the ball just stays really short and it does level a little bit, just gives the opportunity for the lower ranked player to get a good run of points if they can take their chances and put it together.
7-8.
Yeah, you can't afford to leave that serve.
8-2.
Got to take that ball early.
Well, it's interesting how Sobhy's managed to be at parity here, really. She's not played well at all in this first game. Ollie Norton just slipping ahead by 1 point, but she's been the more positive, the more relaxed as well.
That was a real opportunity there for Norton. Sobhy spraying the ball into the middle. They actually, the last time they played was in San Francisco on that very, very cold court.
It was.
And it was a 2-love win for Sobhy, but it was pretty close. Both games 11-9, I think.
Yeah, they were. I commentated on that one with Aisling Blake. Yeah, it was very competitive. But Amanda Sobhy, as I said, she does like cold courts, and she's a 3-time winner of the San Francisco event. The net suite. It used to be colder though, because that actually was indoors. The last one. The previous ones were all outdoors, which can be very cold in September in San Francisco. Colder than this, in fact.
Oh, it was a great rally, one of the longest rallies of the first game.
United States leads 1 game to love.
Well, Amanda Sobhy just taking that first game, 11-9 in 7 minutes. The USA lead by 1 game to love.
Well, good competitive first game, but Norton really had it under control for the most part. She had the lead early on, managed to stay in front for most of the game, and it was only right at the end that Sobhy really put it together. A few errors from Sobhy early on, but dug in, managed to play the big points at the end of the game well. You can see Norton very frustrated. She knew that that was a missed opportunity.
Player will resume in 60 seconds. Player will resume in 30 seconds. Seconds. United States leads 1 game to love. Love all.
So Amanda Sobhy taking that first game somehow. Certainly wasn't her best performance, but she managed to find a way to win there, Vanessa. Ollie Norton very frustrated at the end of the first. She should have won that. That was a great shot. She feels she should have won the first. And it's up to her now to just remain calm and...
Well, stay positive as well.
Yeah.
You know, she put herself into a position to possibly take the first game. Just wasn't able to quite close it out, but there was some very good squash in there.
Yeah, you've got to serve well against Sobhy, particularly to that forehand side.
Down. And out 3-1. Out. 4-1.
We heard the moan from Sobhy even before it touched or went above the line. She knew she mistimed it.
Yeah, that's really well played.
It's a great touch. She took the ball nicely in front of her body, didn't she, there? Just stretched out, nudged it in. So it was a long way to travel for Sobhy. Oh, it's a beautiful shot.
Takes a wicked boast, this court, if you get it right. Drags you so far up the court. Oh, lovely lift.
And out 6-2.
Lifted really well out of pressure to set up that opportunity for the cross-court kill. And much more extensively this time for Norton in the second game.
Absolutely. If she squanders this one, she'll be absolutely furious. Could have taken a stroke there, but good to see. That boast is working really well for Sobhy, especially the backhand volley.
3-7. Stroke to Canada. And out 8-3. Nine, 3. Down. And out 4-9.
Just talking about that that head-to-head, the 6-love to Sobhy, you work with Holly a little bit. Do you know of any 5-set matches or chances, opportunities where she could have won?
Against
Sobhy?
No, she's only once previously taken a game against her. So if she can clinch this, then that should give her a lot of confidence. So they've all been 3-love or 2-love in that best of 3, and then there's 1-3-1 in there.
Sure.
Similar age, these two, so it's obviously an opponent she's struggled with.
5-10, game ball.
Yeah, same generation. So down to 5 game balls now for Norton and Canada. There's that wicked boast from Sobhy on the backhand side.
Down.
Norton trying to copy it.
6-10, the game ball.
Just got to be careful here. As you say, just remain positive. Still got 4 game balls, Norton.
Stroke to United States. 7-10, game ball. Down.
Well, she just lost her focus here. Seen the finish line a little bit too early, possibly.
Yeah, you've just got to try and continue what you're doing. Another loose shot there down the middle from Norton. Oh, she's got a bit lucky there.
8-10, game ball.
Oh, she just caught the nick quite nicely there.
1 game all.
That's well played from Holly Norton. You can see what it meant to her to secure that second game. There's a bit of a comeback going on from Amanda Sobhy, but it's Norton that secures it. 11-8 in 6 minutes. The score is 1 game apiece.
Well, you could see the response there from Norton. And she did stay positive after losing that tight first game and came out very attacking, was taking every volley on, putting the ball into the front, hitting a lot of winners. Sobhy not quite hitting full flow yet. She's been a little bit in and out with her concentration and her level. But Norton there with the reaction. You can see this is a rivalry that goes back quite a long way.
Well, there you can see Ong Beng-hee on the right-hand side, just staying quiet while Olivia Fichter, Sobhy's teammate, very, very animated. Got a lot to say there. There's the Canadian corner. Vicky Lust, former England international. A few words of wisdom for her charge. And we're just getting news from the indoor glass court, the other quarter-final between England and France. The match between Sarah Jane Perry and Melissa Alves. Sarah Jane Perry of England is 1 game to love up.
Seconds. One game on. Canada to serve. Love all.
Well, all to play for now. Vanessa, Holly Norton just managing to secure that. It was looking a bit dodgy for a few points. Was playing ever so well, Norton, and then couldn't hit a straight ball for a couple of minutes. That's wicket both.
Obviously this court takes a really good shot into the front, but you've got to set it up. You know, the rewards to be had in those back corners are extensive if you can hit good lines. And that's what she was doing to find those winners.
Hand out 1-0.
If you get a good way to shot on this court, you know, you need a spade to get the ball out of the corner.
Yes, lad. 1-0.
Starting to get in front of Norton here, Sobhy.
2-1.
Pulling the ball wide again on that forehand side.
No.
And Norton just losing a bit of accuracy. Sometimes just sort of snatching at the ball, especially on the forehand side. A couple of loose ones and an unenforced error there. Needs to get that focus back.
Stroke to United States. 4-1.
Yeah, it's clever improvisation there from Sobhy.
5-1.
Great dexterity. That's a good angle to see it.
Thank you. 6-1.
That's well played from Norton.
Yeah, just softened a bit more on the backhand side there. She's been snatching on the forehand, hasn't she? When she's got those opportunities, she's hitting with too much pace.
Yeah, she has. Just a bit of tension, I feel. She's got to force herself to remain as composed and as relaxed as possible. She's got a good chance.
7-2.
She's been playing well, especially in the first to midway through that second.
Thank you. 8-2.
That's clever. Good play. The
And
first
3-8.
volley drive was what set that up, that volley boast. Very, very tight and deep from Norton. Again, just a bit of tension there. She needs to slow it down, especially when the ball's so tight to the wall. Just try and brush it nice and slow. Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant shot from the back of the court. Very, very positive.
Yeah, there are big distances to cover on this court.
Certainly is, and that's 6 game balls now for the United States, and Sobhy gained that advantage against Canada, and it was one opportunity. It's a new ball requested by Holly Norton.
Miss Holly requested a new ball by the end of the third game.
And there you have it. It's 11-4 in the third game to Sobhy in just 5 minutes. She leads by 2 games to 1.
Well, Sobhy seems to have found her flow in this third game. Norton, however, just lost all of that foundation that she had in those first 2 games, really. It was an opportunity to be 2-love up. Lost the first, responded really well in the second, but just loss of accuracy in that third game. And Sobhy able to pick her off around the middle. Too loose, ball being put away with ease. First time we've seen the new ball being requested, surprisingly, considering how cold it is. But I think that's a little bit of extra experience that these players have. And a good call, I think, for Norton.
Play will resume in 60 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, a new ball has been added. Player will start to warm it up until it becomes playable. United States leads 2-1. United States to serve, level.
Well, Sobhy serves with the new ball.
Up.
Just leading by 2-1.
1-1.
Slight advantage to the United States. And as we've been saying, if Sobhy can convert in this first match, it's going to be very, very tough on paper for Canada to respond.
Norton keeps leaving that serve to try and take it off the back wall, and she's being forced to boast and getting in all sorts of trouble. You've got to step up and volley these serves. Again, it's those basics that you'll get away with on a traditional court, but not on here.
Oh, well retrieved there from Norton.
Down. And out 1-2. Down. 2-all. And out 3-2.
Well, a little bit more news from the indoor glass court. It's 1-1 now between England and France. Melissa Alves just taking that second game for France. Exciting stuff, Vanessa.
And out 3-5.
Well, Norton trying to work her way back into this fourth game.
I think this is a good tactic as well from Norton, just trying to extend the rallies, put some aggressive drives in. She missed one in that rally, but the rest were putting Sobhy under a little bit more pressure.
Oh, that's a nice serve.
Six-5.
Beautiful shot.
Lovely finish.
It really was.
7-5.
Backhand's actually been working better than the forehand.
It has.
Norton during this match.
Just been a bit more relaxed, hasn't she, on the backhand? That is beautiful.
8-5.
Wonderful variation there from Norton. And a useful little three-point buffer now.
Oh, she's gone straight through from 5-2 to 8-5 up.
Yeah, in the blink of an eye, really.
And out 6-8.
Interesting contrast between the two in-between rallies. Norton's quite still sort of marching around, and Sobhy's really slow with her movements in between rallies.
Very slow, extra slow.
And out 9-6.
Very different body language. Oh, beautiful.
Wonderful stuff.
Great defending.
10-6.
To make,
Game ball.
had to cover the full court.
It's brilliant, bit of improvisation there. So 4 game balls now for Norton and Canada. Chance to equalise here against their rivals. That's purposely down the middle from Sobhy. It was a clever shot.
And out 7-10.
Norton had to do a bit of a matrix movement.
She did. Limbo.
She did well to get out of the way, but couldn't retrieve it.
Out. 8-10. Game ball. Down. 9-10. Game ball.
Oh, just 1 game ball remaining. Couple of errors from Norton.
Yeah, she's got to be really careful here. Try to
Yes, left.
volley those returns of serves.
Fair
That was
review, Canada.
close.
Yes,
It's worth
left.
a review, this.
Yeah, I thought it was a let. I thought there was a bit of space there. I mean, by the time she's going to hit that, there's only really a safety let left with the backswing. The follow-through, sorry. Really can't see a stroke out of this.
I think if you were refereeing me, though, I think
Yes,
I'd be
left.
really
Now,
struggling to get a
Canada
stroke at
has
any
no
point
review
of
remaining.
the match or
9-10.
tournament.
Game ball.
I wouldn't want.
Shouldn't be handed out lightly.
That's true. That's
Okay.
true. It wouldn't be stroke hunting. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant depth and width
10
there
all.
from
Player must win by
Sobhy.
2
She's managed to get
points.
herself
Player
back
has
into
one
a
review available.
tie-break situation here. Shows how tough she is, but that's a brilliant response from
And out.
Norton.
11-10. Game ball.
Another chance here for Norton to equalise. Nice, brilliant drive. Should volley that. Oh, well, didn't matter.
12-10.
Look at
Game
that
to
response
Canada.
there, look at that.
2 games all.
To a teammate, Solly Norton. Absolutely huge, that forehand kill. I was thinking she should have taken it on the volley, but she proved me wrong. 12-10. Holly Norton taking the 4th game in 10 minutes. The score is 2 games all.
Well, what a response from Holly Norton. She went down 5-2 early on, and it looked like Sobhy had it within her grasp and under control. And then a great run of points from Norton, put some really good squash together, got herself a really good lead. And 3 game balls, a bit shaky again at the end of the game. She hasn't played her game balls particularly well, but just managed to cling on in the tiebreak. First time she's ever taken Sobhy to 5.
Play will resume in 60 seconds. Play will resume in 30 seconds.
Well, Holly Norton on the court nice and early there,
15 seconds.
keeping herself nice and warm with those forehand volleys
Court,
and
please.
drives. Sobhy just taking her time, which has been the story of the match, really.
2 games all. Canada to serve. Love all.
2 games apiece now between Canada and the USA. Holly Norton trying to get her first ever win over Amanda Sobhy on her 7th attempt. But it's going to be, as you know, Vanessa, when you get to this stage, it's about keeping your composure, staying as calm as possible, not rushing. That's a lovely shot, and that's the kind of shot on the forehand that Holly Norton has been rushing earlier on in the match. She's been snatching at a few. She looked a bit tense. Obviously, she's played some good squash to get to this stage, but that volley showed how calm she is. She's got to get a better serve in, though, to the Sobhy forehand.
And out 1-0. Down. 2-1.
Well, she keeps leaving that serve. It's a good serve. She hits it right into the side wall, but you just can't leave it on this court.
You can still step forward, though, can't you? And just cut off.
You have to. I mean, that was just, she's boasted a few of them, but that was just an out-and-out winner.
It's good recovery from Norton.
Yes, left. Left. 3-1.
She was charging onto that, just got knocked off her line. She's not quite as sharp onto the post.
4-1.
Yeah, softened again nicely on the forehand.
And
just took the pace out of it, got the strings through. Much better.
She set it up nicely as well, didn't she, with the cross court. She's got to serve a little bit better, though. That was tight. That was tight.
2-4.
Well, she might review this.
I think it was worth a review. She took the wrong line there, Sobhy. What a dig that was. Difficult shot. Great shot from Norton. She's got the width just. Oh, that's good.
Sobhy saying that Norton's ball was down.
Oh, I thought she was calling her own volley.
Which ball is down? Your ball? Or you? Nathan ball?
I thought it was good, Vanessa.
I didn't see anything wrong, actually.
Yeah, the ball was fine.
Literally hit the tin.
No, I didn't see anything wrong.
At least play a let.
No.
How are you ever going to see anything back there? I wasn't sure. I could not see it.
Can video referee check if the ball is
I mean,
down?
she went for an extra wide width there, Holly Norton, in my mind, and I don't think it was anywhere near the tin. And Sobhy just made a reaction volley. That's how I saw it, Vanessa. See if we can have another look. Well, we've seen it from the front, but
That's not going to
it's not going to help.
An idea.
Nothing. I didn't see anything wrong.
Just going to try and get it from the back view.
At least play a let. She's not sure.
3-4.
You're so
Here we go.
3-4 from right.
Oh,
I
that
think it did.
That massively hit
She's-
in.
She's right. And we didn't see it at all, Vanessa. It's, I think initially Norton was covering the ball slightly.
Now that you saw it's down.
Okay, I've been confirmed by video if the ball is not good.
Well, we don't normally check the tin because it's really difficult to see,
And
but it was
out
pretty clear on
5-2.
that replay. I'm sure Norton happy to concede that one if she had a look.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious on second viewing.
6-2.
We just had confirmation that in the France-England match between Alves and Sarah Jane Perry, Alves is now 2-1 up. And it's taking a little bit longer than this match, so very, very close on that.
Well, Sobhy just starting to
7.
take control of this 5th game. 5-point lead.
A big lead for Sobhy and the USA here. Just so experienced. I think that's possibly the difference at the moment. In big matches, just that keeping of the composure in these situations. And some balls just spraying out slightly from Holly Norton. She's got to get that accuracy back and quick. I think she's running out of time. That's a brilliant length and width there from Amanda Sobhy. And it's given her 8 match balls now to give USA the advantage.
Lovely little faded cross court there.
Now, 4-10, match ball.
Well, that's a clever shot there.
5-10, match
Wrong
ball.
footing. Sobhy, she didn't see that one at all. Oh, this is outrageous,
Norton's
Vanessa.
found some of her best
6-10,
squash in this
match
very
ball.
last phase of the match.
Certainly is in the 11th hour, isn't it? She just seems to have relaxed slightly. Is it too little, too late? Still got 4 match balls here, Sobhy. That's a great shot. It's just changed again completely, Norton here. Got much more aggressive, positive, and accurate. Certainly starting to look a little bit tired here, Sobhy. That's
Brilliant.
a lovely finish
Quite
again.
brilliant.
Really good, fantastic rally for Norton.
7-10, match ball.
This
Wow.
is ridiculous.
8-10,
If only she could play
match
like
ball.
this every rally. I mean, she's just relaxed. This does happen, doesn't it, in squash? Sometimes you're so far down, you just relax and just see what happens. And so that's certainly the case now. It's a wrong footer. Couldn't recover in time.
9-10,
Just 1 point in
match
it
ball.
now. Is she going to get tense here, Norton? She's got to be a good serve. Oh,
Oh,
word,
this
Vanessa.
is unbelievable, Parky.
What was it? 10-2. 10-2. 8 match balls for Amanda Sobhy and the US. It's now into a tie-break situation in the 5th.
Oh!
Serve.
11-10. Match ball.
Can you believe it?
Fair play to Amanda Sobhy, though. She's always got that in her locker. Referee called out there. It wasn't out. Unless I'm hearing things. That's a clever shot from Sobhy, but well reprieved from Norton.
Brilliant.
Wow.
So entertaining. These rallies are unbelievable.
She definitely looks weary, doesn't she, Vanessa?
She looks like she wants this to be over.
Yeah, I don't really think she's enjoyed this match. Norton really pushing now. Some huge points, huge points.
Again, it was a tired-looking movement from Sobhy.
And it's a match ball now.
Match
Big chance for Holly Norton and Canada. Can she convert? She's got to get a good serve into the side wall. She's done it. That's not a bad return, though.
And out.
You can't fault Holly Norton there. It was a decent serve this time. Back to parity. That's a clever shot. Really clever shot.
13-12.
From Amanda Sobhy, just wrong footing Holly Norton. So she has the opportunity now. Again, she had 8 earlier.
Oh, no.
Video referee decision in the United States appeal.
She knows it's a stroke. I mean, Holly Norton not happy with Amanda Sobhy there, but the ball's come straight down the middle of the court. I don't think we can really blame Sobhy for asking there.
No, I think that's just the moment, the occasion, getting to Norton. I don't think Sobhy... She got the racket back quick, but she's right in her backswing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way Sobhy can play that shot. It's just come down the middle of the court. Wow. Wowzers, Vanessa.
Well, that is an absolute lifeline.
It
really is.
Match ball.
It really is. Sobhy just remaining calm.
Right side.
That was good cross court, good power, pace from Norton. That's well played.
14-12. Match to United States. 3 games to 2.
Oh, that was a tough match from Amanda Sobhy.
11-9.
Huge push.
8-11.
Brilliant performance at times from
10-12.
Holly Norton.
14-12.
That's her best performance against Sobhy. And nearly got the win. Nearly a huge comeback there for Holly Norton, but loses out 9-11, 11-8, 4-11, 12-10, 12-14 in the 5th game. Advantage USA.
Well, quite incredible. I'm speechless after that almost comeback from Norton. 10-2 down. You very rarely see players coming back from that kind of deficit. And she put some of her best squash together at that point, possibly relaxed because she was so far down. And Sobhy was in all sorts of trouble. She was starting to look really quite fatigued. Just able to cling on in the tie break. Very entertaining. Norton, she'll be very disappointed, but overall I think she played a really good match. It's the best result she's ever had against Sobhy. But nevertheless, America put their first point on the board.
Well, there you have it. The first blood goes to the USA against Canada. Amanda Sobhy just winning by the skin of her teeth against Holly Norton, who played an inspired match. And the next match on the court are the number 3 strings, Nikki Todd of Canada and Amanda's younger sister, Sabrina Sobhy. That will be on in a few minutes. Well, also, just to update you, in the England-France match, Melissa Alves has taken the first match against Sarah Jane Perry by 3 games to 1.
Half time.
Well, welcome back to this match between Canada and the USA in the Women's World Team Championships here in Cairo. And we have the second match, which are the number 3 strings, Nikki Todd up against Sabrina Sobhy. Now, these two have never met before on the court. Nikki Todd there of Canada has been as high as number 49 in the world, but she's currently 120. 32 years of age, born in Regina in Saskatchewan, but lives in Toronto. Quite a lot of experience now, especially in this tournament. This is her 4th appearance. Nice player to watch, got lots of variation and good skill set, Nikki Todd. And another player you could say that about is her opponent, Sabrina Sobhy of the USA. She is 15 in the world. That's her highest ranking to date. 25 years of age, and she was born in New York but resides with her sister in Philadelphia. Had a huge win against Hammamy in the US Open a couple of months ago. It's probably her biggest win. Certainly has been troubling the very, very best players in the world recently. And this is her 5th appearance in this World Team Championships, which is pretty special considering she's only 25.
Yeah, she's one of the best movers in the women's game. Seems to just glide around the court, so light on her feet. Makes moving on a squash court look very easy, and if she can do that on this court, that will be even more impressive.
Yeah, she's certainly one of my favourite players to watch. She just comes off court there to have a word with coaching team. Or maybe not. Ong Beng-hee just hanging around there.
Yeah, she seems like a quite relaxed character, Sabrina.
Start in 30 seconds.
Seems to keep herself to herself a little bit more maybe than some of the others.
Play will start in 15 seconds.
Yeah, Nikki Todd of Canada on the court nice and early.
Time. Women's World Team Championships 2022 quarterfinal match between Nikki Todd of Canada to serve, Sabrina Sobhy of United States to receive. Best of 5 games. Level.
So, of course, if Sabrina Sobhy can convert this match, then the USA have done it in this 3-person team.
Down. Hand out. One love.
And they would be playing the winners of England and France, which is still ongoing, as I said, but France have the advantage in that one. There's that skill set I was talking about, Vanessa.
Yeah, we saw how handy she is in that match against Egypt, still able to get some nice winners.
There's an indication of that speed from Sobhy. Decent boast from Todd, wasn't it? But she was flying up there. Quite a different player to her sister, isn't she, Sabrina?
Yeah, she seems different to her sister in every way. Squash is ever improving.
Hand out, 2-all.
The severity of a game has been a little bit lacking, certainly in comparison to her sister. But that's where the improvements have come that have allowed her to rise up the ranking. She's always been a very natural mover on the court.
Yeah, very, very smooth, very nimble.
Down. 4-2.
Well, Nikki Todd playing with a lot of freedom here. Looks very relaxed.
Hand out, 3-4. Thank you. 4-all. Down.
I just mistimed that one. A bit late onto it.
5-4. Down. 6-4. Down. 7-4.
Beautiful finish. Very coolly done there by the Canadian.
5-7. Down. Hand out, 8-5.
Yeah, very high boast.
9-5.
Nikki Todd nicely put away.
On the left, yes. Out, out.
Yeah, just clipped above the line. So that's 5 game
10-5
balls now
game
for
ball.
the United States and Sabrina Sobhy. Looking very relaxed here and in fine form. Moving smoothly. Yeah, and well finished off there, very clinically done there. Keeping things simple, Sabrina Sobhy. Just a little bit of extra solo practice there for the younger Sobhy. She's had enough now.
Well, it was a good start for Todd, able to get a few winners in, a few points on the board, but Sobhy worked her way back on the scoreboard and then pulled away towards the end of that game. Lovely movement, gets onto the shots in the front so early that gives her a lot of options. And she's starting to utilize the hold around the front. A comfortable first game for the USA.
Play will resume in 60 seconds. Play will resume in 30 seconds. United States leads 1-0 love all.
Well, Vanessa,
Out.
USA second seed
1-0.
in this event this year. What were they like when you were playing on the tour?
Do you keep asking me these?
Out. Thank you.
Your memory's terrible. I don't know why I asked you,
bad.
because you
Down 1-0.
can't remember this morning.
There was the Khan sisters, played for quite a few
Natasha.
years. Natasha Khan.
But they were decent, weren't they?
Yeah, Ellie Pearce, Gemma Holleran, just sort of towards the beginning of my career. She was still maybe played a couple.
So a team that could kind of finish top 10.
Decent depth,
Yeah,
decent
yeah.
depth in the team.
And out. 2-1.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time, really, when you saw how good the juniors were. This generation, you know, 10, 15 years ago, that USA were going to be towards the top. And just the way that the system's been going there, the college squash, and so much depth there, isn't there now? The women are just that bit ahead of the men in the US. But it's definitely very healthy.
2-2.
Yeah, pretty strong in the juniors, the US at the minute. So it looks like they've certainly got some players that could back up this team. I think they'll grow and grow in strength over the years.
Absolutely. Well, bad news if you're an England fan. Colleen Omar is 1-0 up in her match against Lucy Tamel in that England-France encounter. Things looking very, very good for France at the moment. That's a brilliant shot by Nikki Todd.
4-3.
Colleen Omar, very, very experienced on the World Tour. She's one of two players that's actually retired now from PSA, but still playing some fantastic squash.
Handout. 5-4.
Nikki Todd of Canada doing a good job here to stay in touch with a very, very difficult opponent, Sobhy.
Yes, again, a good start to this second game.
Top. Handout. 5-all.
That's lovely technique, isn't it, from Sabrina Sobhy? Well, if you weren't watching earlier, the Egypt match, if it is a 2-0 finish, then the two teams have a choice whether to play a best-of-3 dead rubber.
Down.
It's a little bit of a way off yet.
From the left. 6-5.
Yeah, I'm not sure we'll see the dead rubber being played
Out.
in this match. It's getting quite cold and late, obviously.
6-all.
Assuming for a second that Sabrina gets through this. Todd doing very well. Oh,
Brilliant lob. It's always nice to see when you
Perfect.
put one up like that and it just plops in the back corner for a winner. It's good dexterity there from Sobhy.
Well, she's having to use that movement against Todd, who's attacking the front very well.
Down. 9-6.
Well, she attacked the tin there, Vanessa.
Down.
Oh, if it had gone up to Sabrina Sobhy, hadn't read that one.
10-6.
Just
Game ball.
clipped the tin and gave, and has given 4 game balls to the United States and Sobhy. Could have played that. You wouldn't have given anything there, Vanessa, would you? Play the ball.
Let ball. No let.
It has to be through the legs for you to give a stroke. So another solid game for Sabrina Sobhy. It takes it 11-6 in 6 minutes. She leads by 2 games to love.
Well, short in duration. Still a little bit of pressure on Sobhy just in terms of the scoreboard. Got to 6-all, but never really in doubt. And the work starting to pay dividends towards the end of that game again, pulling away. And 2-love lead. Been some tense times for the American team, certainly in the last match, but they'll be feeling a little bit more relaxed and happy about proceedings now.
Seconds. Play will resume in 30 seconds. United States leads 2 games to love. Love all. Down.
Well, interesting shot from Nikki Todd. I don't think it quite worked out as she expected it, and flummoxed Sabrina Sobhy. She certainly can play some good squash, Todd.
So quick onto that.
She is.
And down.
We've seen how difficult the boast is to deal with around the front, especially that 2-wall boast. Onto it with ease and straightened.
Yeah, so many players would have struggled with that, wouldn't they? I mean, Todd can play some decent squash.
2-1.
She can really pull you around the court with a lot of variation. Some good volleying.
3-1. Down. 4-1.
Oh, that was nice.
From the right,
Really
please.
cut the ball.
Right side, please. 5-1.
Another update from the Lucy Tamel Colleen Omar match. It's 1 game apiece now
Out.
between those two, and England and France.
6-1.
So Lucy Tamel just keeping England's hopes alive in that quarter-final. As the United States here march towards success and possible semi-final tomorrow.
Well, the error's starting to flow from Todd's racket now. Huge lead for Sobhy.
Eight, 1. Left side, please. Left side. Nine, 1. Right side.
Too good. Onto that nice and early Sabrina Sobhy. 9 match balls to secure this match for the USA against Canada and send them through to the semi-finals tomorrow. That's it. The USA are in the semi-finals of the Women's World Team Championships, securing that win with Sabrina Sobhy,
11-6,
the number 3 strings here. A 2-love win for the USA against Canada. Sobhy coming through 11-5, 11-6, 11-1 in 20 minutes. 3 games to love.
Well, a comfortable win for Sabrina Sobhy against Nikki Todd, who gave it everything. If Norton had been able to sneak that win, then it would have provided a little bit more pressure, possibly, and at least forced the decider, but not to be. And Sobhy cruising through to victory, clinching it for the USA.
So there's the updated draw. United States through to the semi-finals tomorrow against either England or France, who are still going at it right now. And as you can see in the top half, Egypt and Malaysia are already through, sitting pretty at the top of the draw there. Looks like we're not going to be playing a dead rubber, so that match is confirmed as over.
I tried one and I missed the side.
So thank you for joining us this evening for those quarter-final matches. Join us again tomorrow for the semi-finals at 5:30 local time.